Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're diving into that heart-stopping moment when your screen suddenly seems to turn against you. Specifically, we're talking about the fake tech support scam that can take control of your PC and also the classic, highly deceptive phishing email. We're going to break down exactly how these illusions work behind the scenes so you are totally prepared before you ever have to face them yourself. So picture this. You're just having a completely ordinary, quiet day online. You're casually browsing the internet, reading an article, maybe looking up a recipe, right? Your guard is totally down, your environment feels safe, familiar, and just totally routine. Well, that is exactly where the scammer wants you. They actually need that baseline of calm so that their next move hits you like a ton of bricks. Because then, boom, out of nowhere, this massive warning totally hijacks your screen. Sometimes these scams even blast this crazy blaring alarm sound, or they totally lock up your browser to make it look like your computer is completely frozen. The suddenness of it is entirely by design. The goal here isn't necessarily to infect your computer with malware right that second. The goal is to shock your system and just flood your brain with absolute panic. I mean, you've got this glaring message right in the middle of your screen screaming at you in urgent colors, security alert. Your computer is infected, call support immediately. It usually claims your files are at risk and your personal info is about to be stolen, and it slaps a phone number right in your face. It's literally designed to make you feel like your entire digital life is in immediate catastrophic danger. Okay, so let's break down exactly what's happening here. This is the tech support trap. What you're actually looking at behind that terrifying, alarm-blaring screen is a fake tech support scam. At its core, it's just a social engineering attack. It relies entirely on human psychology, not some super complex computer hacking. The scam uses those fake security warnings to trick you into calling the number, and then manipulates you into handing over remote access or paying completely bogus fees. Remember, the danger doesn't actually start with the pop-up, it starts the second you dial that phone number. And here's exactly how it plays out. Step 1, the fake warning pops up and freaks you out. Step 2, you call the number. And the person who answers, they sound incredibly professional, giving this Oscar-worthy performance as a tech expert. Step 3, they tell you, don't worry, I'm going to fix this. But they demand you install a remote access app. And step 4, the second they have control, your money and data are out the door. It's honestly wild when you compare the illusion with reality. On the left, in your mind, a professional is securing your files. But on the right, look at what the scammer is actually doing. Once they have remote access, they'll often pull up perfectly normal, harmless system processes on your computer and lie to you, claiming they're evidence of a severe virus. The average person just doesn't know the difference, and they're counting on that. While you're distracted by their little magic trick, they might be secretly trying to access your bank accounts in the background. And if they aren't quietly stealing your login info, they go for straight-up extortion. They might tell you your computer needs some expensive security service to remove the infection. Or they pull this really clever financial trick where they pretend to process a refund, make it look like they accidentally sent you way too much money, and then demand you send the difference back. And of course, they always ask for untraceable payments, things like gift cards, crypto, or highly unusual wire transfers. Now let's look at another angle, the phishing illusion. Let's pivot away from your web browser and imagine you switch over to your inbox on your lunch break. Bam, there's an email from what looks exactly like your trusted bank, and the subject line says, "Urgent, suspicious activity detected." Your heart instantly sinks, right? They might claim your account is getting locked or a payment failed, so without even thinking about it, you just click the link. This is the dark art of digital disguise, classic phishing. Cybercriminals literally clone a trusted entity. When you click that link, you aren't going to your actual bank. You're landing on a fake website that looks completely identical. We're talking the same logo, same colors, the exact same login page. They aren't trying to hack into your computer. They're just waiting for you to willingly hand them the keys. The speed of this sequence is honestly terrifying. The panic-inducing email drops. You rush to secure your account, so you click the link and punch in your username and password on that fake site. On your end, maybe nothing happens or the page just refreshes. But behind the scenes, the criminal just grabbed your credentials, immediately logged into your real bank account, and within minutes, the money is gone. Literally one careless click leads directly to a drained account. So what's really driving all of this? Let's talk about the psychology of scams. Whether it's a crazy browser pop-up or a terrifying bank email, the real magic trick isn't the technology, it's psychological manipulation. This right here perfectly illustrates the core loop cybercriminals rely on. On the left, fear creates urgency. When you believe your money is at risk or your computer is infected, your brain's threat response just takes over. On the right, urgency creates mistakes. You act without verifying. The faster you react, the easier it becomes for them to succeed. They are hacking human nature, not just software. And because they absolutely need you in that panicked state, they will actively fight to keep you there. Just look at these exact red flag pressure tactics. Don't close the window. Don't turn off your computer. Stay on the phone. Act immediately. This kind of pressure is explicitly designed to stop you from taking a breath and thinking critically. A legitimate support representative is never, ever going to try to frighten you into following their instructions.
All right, so how do we actually defend against this? Here is your defense protocol.
Let's break the illusion. First up, here's your protocol for surviving tech support scams. If a loud, scary alert ever tries to take your screen hostage, your very first move is simple. Do not call the number displayed in the warning. And never, ever download remote access tools for someone who contacted you unexpectedly. Instead, just try to close the browser. If it's frozen, use your normal operating system controls to force it shut. Then run a scan with your trusted pre-installed security software. And hey, if you're still worried, contact a real support provider using a phone number or website you actually looked up yourself. Next, here is your crucial checklist for handling those urgent emails and surviving phishing scams. Never click banking links from unexpected emails or texts. Just manually type your bank's official website address into your browser yourself or use their official app. Always double-check the sender's exact email address for slight misspellings. And please turn on two-factor authentication. This is absolutely vital because even if they steal your password, they can't get in without that second step. Finally, if you ever suspect you made a mistake, contact your bank immediately to stop the damage. So the whole takeaway here is this. Hackers rarely need to break through a firewall if they can simply convince you to open the front door. It all comes down to breaking their cycle of fear and urgency. So I'll leave you with this final challenge. The next time a screen flashes red or an email screams at you for immediate action, will you give them the panic they want? Or will you take 5 extra seconds to verify and shut them down? Honestly, taking a deep breath is the most powerful cybersecurity tool you own. Thanks for joining me for this explainer. Stay safe out there, and I'll catch you next time.